Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic weekend and a great 1st of August as well. July has well and truly come and gone, and with that we obviously need to look back on our monthly trophies that we could have earned in July. Yesterday I published the 5 easiest platinum trophies that you could have earned in July. These are your 20-minute, 30-minute platinums that you can earn for the month of July. So if you want to check those ones out, link in the description down below. But today, we're taking a look at 5 of the best platinum trophies that you could have earned for the month of July. These are 5 games that are awesome games to play, that are super rewarding. The platinum isn't going to be a gimme platinum. These are platinums that you're going to be proud to have on your trophy cabinet. Let's dive in and take a look at the list. Now before we get started guys, if you're a new viewer of the channel, please consider subscribing down below. I make new videos every single day about trophies and PlayStation content, whether it be looking at trophy guides and roadmaps, looking at top 10 lists, looking at PlayStation news, as well as a weekly trophy related news show which I release every Saturday. Today's video though, we are taking a look at the 5 best platinum trophies that you could have earned for the month of July. These are some of the best games that you can earn and games that you're going to be proud to have in your trophy cabinet. These are really top-notch, high-quality games with good platinums that are either challenging or just something that you'd be proud to show people in your trophy cabinet. Let's dive in and start looking at the list. Number 5 on your list, and this may be a little bit controversial because it's a VR title, but it's Iron Man VR. Now, the platinum on this is actually very, very challenging. When I played it earlier on in the month and I made my trophy guide and roadmap for it, I said that this game is about a 7 out of 10 in terms of platinum difficulty, and that's purely because of one single trophy in the game, and that's for playing through the game on hard mode. Without that trophy in there, this game I reckon would be a 2 out of 10, maybe a 3 out of 10 at best, but because of this one trophy, it does make the whole game enormously more difficult. In saying that though, it is one of the best games on PlayStation VR in my opinion. It's not necessarily the best game, but I do think it would make a top 10 or a top 20 list of the best games on the platform. The game does a phenomenal job of giving you power in your move controllers and really making you feel like you have control of Iron Man's repulsors. It's just a neat feeling and concept, being able to fly around and freely move and do all these things that you probably always wished you could do when you watch the Iron Man movies. And I think they nailed that and they did a really great job of it. The story as well is pretty decent. Obviously it's not, you know, a God of War or a Last of Us type story, but it's still a pretty decent and serviceable story for the kind of game it is. The platinum in this one's going to take you around 13 hours to complete, but remember that does come with some learning of controls and the fiddliness of VR and learning a new VR control scheme, so keep that in mind when you go and tackle this one as well. But it's a game that I do highly recommend, and I think it's one of the better games that came out for the month of July. Next up, and it's probably not a surprise to you guys, we have Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. I probably talk about Castlevania and my love for Castlevania and these Metroidvania games quite a lot on the channel. It's either Castlevania games or it's mascot platformers that I'm talking about, and actually they both feature on this list. But Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, I felt like came out of nowhere. I wasn't aware that it was coming. It suddenly popped up out of nowhere. This is a sequel to the Bloodstained prequel game. Curse of the Moon was a prequel to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, set in the sort of style of Castlevania 3. This is a sequel to that game, set in the exact same style. Unfortunately, the first time around, we never got a platinum for it, and it was a great game. It was really short, but a lot of fun, and there was just no platinum trophy for it, which kind of sucked. This time around, though, we do have a platinum trophy, and the game isn't too challenging either. If you're good at Metroidvania games, these kind of side-scrolling type games like this, then you'll breeze through this one. I'm saying it's about a 3 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, and it's going to take you about 12 hours to complete. I actually do have a trophy guide for this one in the works at the moment, and hopefully I'll have it finished and published in the next couple of weeks. The game though, if you're familiar with any Castlevania games, or you played the original, you're going to love it. It's just a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it just didn't get a ton of press when this game came out this month. It just kind of went under the radar, and I think that's a real shame because I think this game has just so much more potential, and the series has so much more potential to grow, considering we're not getting any mainline Castlevania games from Konami anymore. So if you guys are into that kind of genre of games, I would really encourage you to check this one out. If this is your first Metroidvania style game though, maybe give this one a miss. Given the difficulty curve with these kind of games, I'd probably recommend checking out something like Castlevania Symphony of the Night if it's your first time playing one of these kind of games, which is also remastered on PS4. Number 3 on the list, and we're back to mascot platformers. My second favorite genre, as it now kind of seems, because I talk about it all the time, is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger HD. Now, I did a poll a couple of weeks ago on the channel, and turns out not a lot of you guys remembered who Ty was. This was a mascot that came out on probably the middle of the PS2's life cycle. It came out sort of after the mainline guys were kind of already established. It came out, you know, after your Sly, Ratchet, Jack, all these kind of games. And it tried to sort of take a bit of ground from those titles. You play as a Tasmanian tiger, which is an extinct animal, which was only ever found on the island of Tasmania, which is like an island south of Australia, if you guys in America aren't aware of that. The game is essentially an open world mascot collectathon type game, similar to your Sly and your maybe Jack and Daxter, the original, where you're just going around collecting different things, attacking enemies, stuff like that. Has this cool mechanic where you're using Ty's boomerangs to attack different things. Got a whole bunch of different boomerangs, or rangs as they call them in the game, that you can use to attack enemies with. And the game is a ton of fun. I played this when I was a kid. I enjoyed it heaps, and I'm really keen to check the HD version of this game out. The Platinum isn't going to be too difficult for you guys either. It's again probably about a 3 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, and it's going to take you around 12 hours, so very similar to Bloodstained in terms of length of time. Just a very different type of game, obviously. Now, another blast from the past, number 4, Destroy All Humans. I guess it's a remake. This is essentially the first game, but the entire game's been rebuilt and redone. It's not just a simple remaster. They've redone everything in this game, and it's awesome. This game absolutely rocks. It was awesome when it came out originally, and it's great now. I do still think that it's bloated. It has too many mechanics in it. It has the same challenges the first one had, and those confused me when I was a kid as well. There's just too much stuff going on in there. But if you strip all that back, it's just a lot of fun to play. Again, this is another third-person action, I guess, collectathon type game. Maybe it is more of a third-person mascot action game, I suppose. Probably more akin to Ratchet and Clank if I'm comparing it to any of those other mascots of that period, just because your focus is more on attacking stuff, destroying stuff. It has these cool things with destructible environments, which you can destroy with your ship and your alien weapons and stuff like that. You play as this alien guy called Crypto. The idea of it is that you just need to destroy everything. He's trying to get revenge on the human race, essentially. They're doing research on humans, they're attacking humans, they're getting revenge. It's just, the game is a lot of fun. It's a blast to play. The game is about a 3 out of 10 again in terms of difficulty. It's not super challenging. There's nothing in here that's going to cause you too much grief, and it's probably going to take you around 15 hours or so to get the platinum in this one as well. Now, you guys already guessed what number 1 was going to be, and it was always obvious what number 1 was going to be. It's Ghost of Tsushima. I've been raving about this game for the last couple of weeks now, since I played it in the middle of July. The game is great. This game is phenomenal, and I really wasn't expecting it to be so much fun. I think because I'd kind of written it off as just another narrative-based third-person game, I wasn't expecting much from it, but honestly, it was just so much fun. It was way more than I could have ever expected it to be, and it was great. If you're not familiar with the game at this point, it's an open world, third-person, narrative-driven game, like a lot of Sony titles are. This one here is based in Tsushima, Japan. You're playing as this character, Jin, and he's basically on a quest to liberate the area of Mongols, essentially, without kind of spoiling anything in the story. And it's great fun. The combat is really fun, the exploration is fun, and the trophy list is phenomenal as well. They've done a great job with it. The trophy difficulty and platinum is around a 3 out of 10 again in terms of difficulty. This is because there are no difficulty-based trophies, which means you can play the game on easy and make the game really simple. You can choose to obviously play the game on normal or hard or whatever you want to play it on, and it will make the game slightly harder though as well, and it will obviously make the platinum harder to obtain. The time to platinum is around 50 hours. It's pretty standard for an open world action game like this. The majority of the stuff you'll be doing in this game is side quests and collectibles. And the great thing about this, and the thing I love the most about this platinum, is that nothing is missable, which means you can just dive into the game and play it and just enjoy it. You can play through the game however you want, in whatever amount of time you want, and do whatever you want, and you're not going to miss any trophies. You're not going to be locked out of anything. There's no choices that are going to cause you to miss anything. And then when the game finishes, it actually helps showing you locations and where items are and where missions are and things like that. And it does a great job of them being like, hey, let's help you clean up everything in the game. And I think that's just awesome. It's a great way to do a trophy list. It's a great way to encourage people to just play your game, relax and enjoy it without having to worry about a guide or anything like that. So my biggest piece of advice for this game is just play it. Just start the game up and just play it. Don't worry about trophies. Don't even look at the trophy list because nothing is missable. You won't miss anything. So that's my biggest piece of advice for this game, and just have a great time with it because that's exactly what it is, a great time. And that's my list for the 5 best Platinum games for the month of July. Of course, there was other great Platinums that came out this month as well, but in my opinion, these are the 5 best Platinums that you could have earned this month. Now, let me know in the comment section down below if you earned any of these Platinums, and let me know what you thought of them. Or maybe there was another game that wasn't on this list that you decided to go out and Platinum. Let me know down below as well, because I'm curious to hear what other great Platinums came out this month that maybe you earned. Personally, I know Skater XL was another phenomenal game that came out this month. I think it only came out a couple of days ago. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I believe it's got a pretty decent trophy list and people seem to be really enjoying it. So, I mean, that could have easily been another one on the list if I'd had more time to get around to it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do really appreciate every single one of you for tuning into my videos tonight. However, me and Crypto are going to go off and try and finish a couple more easy Platinums. So, good luck with all the Platinums that you guys earned for the month of July. Wow, I dropped them. Hopefully the Platinums this month in August are equally as fruitful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.